I, of sound mind and body, still have not seen Princess and the Frog all the way through. But I figure this is the closest bit I can get to that.
Yes, The Princess and the Frog, if it were released, like, 8 years earlier.
Yeah.
Also, you probably should have, like, fixed the whole, like, ram thing that appeared in the corner there.
I wanted to keep... Trust me, that I can't stop that on my computer. But just to keep those little intro bits in, so whatever.
What can you tell us about this game by Beep Studios?
Welcome, everybody, to Voodoo Vince, particularly the remaster port that got released on I believe only on PC. I don't think it ever got console
PC
release.
and I believe on Xbox consoles as well, because I do remember the original Voodoo Vince was only, like, OG Xbox exclusive.
Oh, it was a launch title, even.
Really?
So, yeah, no, it was big. So, Voodoo Vince, we're gonna learn right away with the story. Just bam, right in the way. So, meet Madame Charmaine.
Charmaine.
I help people.
She is a voodoo
Sometimes I give
sorceress.
advice, sometimes I just listen.
Instant
Every
karma.
now and then, I use Vince, my third best voodoo doll.
Third best.
Hey!
What happened to her first and second best?
Power always
We don't talk about him.
attacks those who shouldn't have
We
it.
don't talk about Bruno.
People like Cosmo, the
Well, none of them. We don't know if any of them are named
Tried
Bruno,
and
so
failed
no.
many times.
So now, so a local carny by the name of Cosmo the Inscrutable wants to use our magic. Wants to use Charmaine's magic for his
Oh boy.
for his carnival to try and make it all the rage and make all the money and potentially rule the world. Who knows? So they of course he of course sent his goons to break into Madame Charmaine's shop and steal some of her zombie
No
dust,
idea what they were about.
Zombie dust, huh?
which is the source of her power, and some of it even.
I had to stop those idiots. So,
Oh, there she is in the flesh.
can't you steal this
She's much skinnier than I thought she would be.
You know not
And less exaggerated than I was expecting her design to look.
great danger.
Oh!
Never mind.
But unfortunately, she was knocked unconscious during her whole presentation, and thus posed no threat.
Oh, okay. I guess back to
So
Logan
they
we go.
kidnapped her
Wow.
and the zombie dust.
And on my way to Cosmo's lair.
Well, actually,
But
I mean, something about it, was that the smartest plan of them all? Because she's literally right there with her very power source.
but she needs her hands in order to use them. They bound them,
Crap.
and unfortunately, since they didn't secure the truck, zombie dust is starting to warp reality as we know it.
So can we just take a moment to accept that zombie dust is actually a thing? Like, where do the zombies even come from?
An unlikely hero.
Well,
to
they
be
come
sure.
from the dead.
But only Vince can
That
help
too.
me now.
They come from the dead after they've been, what's the term I'm looking for? Nuclearized?
Maybe.
Odd tone.
Who could that be?
Oh.
I am Madame Charmaine, your creator.
Fortunately, she apparently has just enough power to telekinetically lead us back to her because, oh boy, we're about to go on ourselves a wild little journey across all of Narlands and throughout the mystical cultures that lie within.
Cosmo and his
I find it funny that it's called Narlands.
That's how some people call it.
Also, I just love the fact that, like, you're a voodoo doll, therefore no harm can come to you. With that said, watch out for the monsters. They will bring harm to you.
Magic. Well, in the sense, think of it. Oh,
Okay.
best way to put it is real-world objects can't harm us, but dark magic can harm
The
us.
moment
Gotcha.
the moment I heard this voodoo doll talk, I was sort of just taken out of it for a brief bit there.
He absolutely has a super sarcastic tone to everything, and yeah, the voice is... It's definitely not what you would first think to be kiddie platformer character material.
Well, I mean, like, honestly, like, I don't mind the voice, because, to be honest, I wasn't really expecting anything specific out of the doll's voice. Like, was there anything you guys were, like, anticipating, like, when you first saw the design?
I mean, honestly, from I was honestly expecting Vince to be a total mute.
It was like that, either thought that, or I thought he was going to be like a naive kind of like,
Ooh.
oh my gosh, what kind of world is all this going on here? But now he's just a very sarcastic. He's played by Ken Boynton,
Point.
Boynton.
who actually plays some of the brutes and stuff from freaking Halo.
Huh.
Oh,
Look for more of these.
I mean, you know what? Funny coincidence, considering this was published by Xbox, or at least I assume they published it because yeah, again, exclusive.
Completely new thing I just learned. Holy crap.
What's up?
What's up?
He was in some of the... Oh, hang on. Okay, I'll talk about this, and Jordy will actually be very happy she joined this for a second, and woo! So here's some of our major combinations.
Evil doers beware.
Here's how we do some of our major powers.
Needle
Ow,
time.
ow, ow.
Oh,
Basically, glorified screen nukes.
Oh.
But they saw how fun it would be. So they give you a lot of those that we'll be unlocking throughout the games.
Oh, so they're kind of like... That's right, because this is essentially, like... For those that have ever played Donald Duck Going Quackers, these are pretty much his quote-unquote special moves.
Right.
Oh,
There's a
right,
lot in
that- Right, the ones in the GameCube version that honestly could have been removed from the game and nothing would have changed.
Yes. I'm just gonna... The villain. If you didn't get that.
Nice
He
story, bro.
He seems rather punky for a villain.
So, he is played by someone who I will just say, well, hang on, I'll say this is actually really funny, so. I am your foe,
Hi.
sir.
But yeah, no, Inscrutable here does kind of look like a weak little punk.
He looks like someone.
He absolutely is.
He looks like someone asking if you want ketchup with those fries.
Exactly.
He's, He definitely thinks himself. He definitely thinks of him. Oh, what?
Huh?
Oh,
What are you doing in my evil vision?
I'm just making a sandwich.
For crying out loud! Be gone, man.
Whoa.
Smack!
Where was I? Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, he's absolutely just a pitiful, like, sad sap. The only reason why he stands any, the only reason why he's a threat is because he does have the evil magic as well.
oh boy.
Why are you looking at me like that?
But we can at least,
You look poppable.
What are you doing?
you say that now.
Oh,
Anywho, we're just gonna send him a message that we're not
do
to be
it.
trifled with.
Don't think I won't.
Aye.
oh,
No,
Oh, okay.
no, that didn't kill him. That just sent him
Never
packing
mess
for
with
now.
a voodoo doll, Poindexter. Freaking idiot. Dragging me out on a night like this. Might as well get this show on the road, though.
Amen to that.
They want a 10-inch voodoo doll to go be a hero. And some other person.
Anyhow,
Just
what do you
the
think?
amount
So,
of
okay.
sass
I'm
that
almost-
this guy has is so funny.
I'm almost wondering if that was improv, considering that just sounds like what any given like VO who's just sick of being underpaid for such a bit role just
Maybe,
walks
but-
off the set.
So here, I'm gonna tell you some things that are very interesting. First off, ready, Jordy?
Action
Yep.
parts like this one
Voodoo Vince
allow
here.
you to do special things.
Yeah.
He plays the Snowflake Inspector and Mother Nature from Pajama Sam 2.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yep. He was also in Torrance Passage. Oh, cool, I remember that game. He was also Professor Quack, the guy who made all the
boy.
gadgets in Spy Fox.
Okay, so
Now
he's
get rid of
like,
all those cookie enemies.
so he's a regular actor for Humongous Entertainment.
I'm okay.
Yep, or at least he was, because that company's not around anymore.
That's fair.
I mean, he certainly
But,
sounds like something I would expect out of the entertainment PC game.
Yeah, and again, he played some brutes in Halo, the later Halo games. So anyway, okay, so a number of things we have to talk about, sorry, in rapid succession, is that right there, again, we are invulnerable so long as it is something from the real world doing damage to us, such as that baking mixer thing.
So basically,
So then-
the only thing you're weak against is magic.
Yeah, if it's dark or evil or monstrous, beware. The second thing that's funny is, James, Hype, do you want to know who plays Cosmo, our villain?
Who?
Corneria is under attack.
Oh,
we
gee,
need your help, Star
Fox. That's
Some action
wow.
packs
I mean,
require
Yep.
special
of all the
items
freaky
to
people
work
I would associate with General Pepper, sure as hell not that guy.
you know, I'm
And,
just
is also,
thinking,
and he's
like,
also the narrator of Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn.
oh, that's
Well,
fair.
just Epic Yarn in general, but yeah, no, like
Yarn, yeah.
I still love that. I still love, that. I just love that factoid in general. Just this. I mean, again, given how pathetic Cosmo here sounds, it's like I would never like assume him and General Pepper guy were the same.
Just has a lot.
Like seriously, I don't hear Pepper with this.
The piggy bank of doom.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh,
He'll get used to it eventually.
They had a lot of fun. I think they had a lot of fun in the voice
actually,
acting
just
sessions with this
just
game.
now that you point out that it's General Pepper, now I'm just thinking back to the scene where Voodoo is threatening him with the pin. Like he holds it to his head, then you cut back to Cosmo. And it's just like, what?
I was thinking of the Midnight in somewhere, but
You know what? I can imagine Cosmo at 1.1 wanted to own his own Voodoo doll straight from the source, but then he saw the price, and it's like,
This is
one steep bill.
I see that, and then I see us at the very end thwarting his plans, and because he was also Pigma, my beautiful reward.
That's right. They were
I
both
forgot
the
that.
same
I
guy.
forgot they were the same one. And
And I think he played Andros in the Zero. I think.
He might.
Zero,
I'm not
maybe.
sure.
Just like, now I'm just thinking it's like, Madame Charmaine screamed real good.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
And of course he was also location confirmed, sending supplies.
Oh,
Oh,
Rob.
Rob.
Yep, he was Rob 64 as well.
Wow.
I don't know. I forget how many. I forgot how many actors played double time in that
was
game.
Especially that guy. But anyway, now we're stuck with the frogs.
Yep. So
Ow!
Oh,
yeah, occasionally you'll find other voodoo powers, which again, functionally all that they do are screen moves.
I want to ask that heart you picked up. What does it do?
The heart, that's a life. There is a life system in this game.
Okay.
And,
This was around the time before they were abolished completely.
and I will say right now, be wary, because this right here is just a taste of it. The platforming in this game can get very precise.
Which would be worse if you didn't have a hover ability.
Well, I was about to
Where
say, at least you have that.
Oh yeah, and the camera automatically like zooms down whenever you start hovering. So basically, what you're going to be doing is a lot of little puzzle. The combat is not really the main thing with Voodoo. It's with
This
Vince.
must be the laziest monster ever. First thing I gotta do is wake him up if I want to get
For sure, we just wake him up like this. Wake up,
Dongi.
Now run.
Now run and just think of it now, an organic piggy bank.
Sorry.
That's flattened.
Oh gosh.
Context
okay?
sensitive.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What, no cash? Some piggy bank?
It's I don't know. The whole tone of this feels very feels very sarcastic, and I like it. That it has a very snarky tone.
If there is one thing I definitely will give credit to this game for, is that despite its campy nature, it definitely sells it on atmosphere.
And they were smart. And they didn't say that this was gonna be the Mario ender for the Xbox.
It's sad too, because I definitely will agree. This between the two, I think this would have been a bit more of a contender of that compared to Bubsy, or not Bubsy, but Blinks.
Blinks. Yeah,
Blinks,
no,
yeah.
Blinks felt more like a Sega title with a
Even though
little
I do,
scoring system and
I mean,
stuff.
yeah. Even though I do still like Blinks a little more, but that being said, this was unfortunately around the time when platformers were really starting to, especially mascot platformers, were really starting to be viewed as super passe, and Halo pretty much came in with a buzzsaw and took the world by storm.
And now suddenly, bam, they're on the track for first-person shooters, and Cameo tried and failed to bring that back, and out. Okay, so again, Voodoo totems like this will give you new Voodoo powers, which again, they're basically just cosmetics for your screen nuke ability, because they all do the same thing. Number one. Number two, beads fill up the meter. Right now, we can only hold up to a single skull, but if you explore around the place, you can find ways to expand and give yourself more skulls, such as these skull cards, skull pages. So the game very much runs like in the collectathon. Most of it is optional. Sorry. So moving back. Sorry, guys. As soon as I explain it all.
Oops.
And you fell down the ditch. Great, Logan.
Still here?
Sorry, Vince.
Gotta say that is a beautiful life lost jingle there.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. This game plays a lot with the the jazz vibe of Louisiana.
Well, jazz and sass, they can be related.
They can be.
Final materials ahead. Duly noted. And we need to get this thing running, but it's all out of gas, and those gas pumps are not wanting to share any of theirs. So anyway, so again, the puzzle. Sorry, so collectathon. These little zombie dust bags, if we collect 100 of them, we get ourselves an extension to our health meter. Number one. Number two, if we collect all the skull pages in a level, a skull will appear. if we activate it, it'll start like a chase, like a racing kind of thing, where we have to follow it around the level. And if we collect it, that'll then be what expands our Voodoo Power screen nuke meter, so we can hold multiple charges of it.
Huh.
Ah.
Yep. So you don't just get one screen nuke; you can hold up to several. And again, it basically breaks the combat because
Well, it doesn't look like combat's like the huge focus behind this game.
Yeah, no, it's mainly if you just want to get rid of people so you can do the puzzle easier. Those train stations, there is a fast travel system between all the levels of the game. Has a fun little world map, and there we go. There's the spooky skull to get.
Oh, like thing in my head?
Yes, that thing in your head
Wait.
that you rest on your pillow when you sit down in bed.
It's a cookbook.
So anyway, Jordy, what are you thinking so far of the tone of what you've been watching?
I will say for sure that I love the humor of our playable character right here. And just in general, like, a lot of these little features I see here, like with the skull cards, the level up power-ups, they kind of give me a Psychonauts vibe, and I like it.
I could kind of see that, yeah. It's like... It's like Psychonauts a bit... Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I don't blame Jordan. I can very easily see this being compared to Psychonauts.
I could see it like being Psychonauts if like with in the right style. Like I could see like a Tim Burton kind of like vibe from this.
Yeah, or Grim Fandango.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Well, then again, weren't they made by the same person?
Grim Fandango? No.
No? You sure?
No, really? No, I thought Grim Fandango and Psychonauts had the same guy.
Yeah, I
Well,
thought that was Tim
okay,
Schafer.
it was Tim Schafer. It just wasn't the same studio.
Okay, that's
Fair,
fair.
fair.
That's fair.
Made out of cloth.
Right, because by the time Psychonauts came out, that's when he founded Double Fine.
Right. Yep.
So this is the puzzle of this level. Light yourself on fire, and you can always use these butane torches to keep yourself lit, and or relight yourself if you should fall out. But basically, make a beeline for the gas station because it's time we kind of put some sassy boys in their place.
Yeah. How dare you sell your gas
boy.
at such insane prices?
Well,
That'll teach him.
I'm okay.
It couldn't happen to two nicer guys.
I won.
oh,
Yeah, that definitely gave me Psychonauts vibes, that little victory dance.
What's funny is that I believe this game actually predates Psychonauts by a couple of years.
I also feel like the facial expressions of like the inanimate objects, like that gas pump there, kind of reminds me of like some of the faces you would see on certain Psychonauts things, like the luggage cases and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
I can see that
baggage.
too.
Ah, that's right.
Here, I'll show off the magnet before I lose it. Hey, this is not so bad.
Ow!
So yeah, again, so you get a unique animation for every time you use it, but I want to try and use it before I pick up another Voodoo power-up because then it'll reset. You know, basically at this point it'll just start. It adds it to the pool of random animations you'll see.
Oh.
Which again, no point besides just having something fun to look at.
On the bright side, at least you don't have to constantly input a new button combination in order to get a new animation like Donald did.
Bum, 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 bum.
Sure you do, oh boy.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry. Speak up. I can't hear you.
Watch out for that. Okay.
Oh boy, hey,
But I guess
And
it was
it's
all
gone.
intentional at the end of the
oh,
day.
there goes my ride.
I guess I better
Guess we'll
move
have to-
on
guess
with
we'll
my
have to-
quest.
Guess what to
Yep,
get to our next part on foot.
Yeah, I'll have to deal with it from there. So join us next time as we're going to be actually completing our first world, which is just the streets of the twisted and warped Narlands.
Ooh. Till next time, everybody.
Bye, I guess.
Bye bye.
Are you still watching this video?